How's it going, guys? This is AJ, Airman AJ, whatever you. So today's video is going to be about delayed entry program. I meant to mention this in my MEPS video, but that video got to be like 30 minutes long. It's the views are starting to rack up though, so that's pretty good. What's up? Let's see. So if you guys are new to the channel, my name's AJ. I make Air Force related content and document my journey in the United States Air Force. Right now I'm in the delayed entry program. If you guys see me keep looking this way, I wrote notes because my videos recently have been kind of a little bit unorganized, but that's, humble beginnings. If you guys like this video, consider liking, subscribing, turning on that post notification bell because that helps out a lot. It shows that you guys are interested in what I'm putting out. So if you guys want to see more videos, just like, subscribe, share with your friends, especially if you guys or someone you know is wanting to join the Air Force. I'm going through it right now. I'm in DEP, so I ship out June 28th to basic training. And so let's get right into this video. So what is delayed entry program? So after your first trip of MEPS, you just swore in. You're not swearing into your job yet because that is with your actual recruiter. Your first trip to MEPS, you're swearing into the delayed entry program. What that is you are just on standby until you get a ship out date. So after your first trip to MEPS, talking to a liaison, and then going back home, you'll be getting a phone call or a text, whatever, however your recruiter talks to you and keeps in contact with you. But they will talk to you about coming into their office, showing you all the jobs that you qualify for. You'll be doing a top 7 to 10 list of jobs that you want to do for the Air Force. I talked to a lot of people on the r/Air Force Recruits subreddit, and a lot of them don't know that you're not going to get your first job. If you do and you get lucky, that's great. I got lucky. I didn't even have to make a list. I walked into the recruiter's office saying, I want to maintain a job. I want to be around aircraft. I want to do anything related to aviation. And she gives me a call after our first meet, and she says, hey, I got a job on hold for you. All you got to do is go to MEPS and qualify for it. It's a 2A5X2, which is helicopter and tilt rotor maintenance. So it's kind of a small and rare job, but I'm looking forward to it. But those of you who aren't as lucky or have a recruiter like I do, my recruiter was great. You're going to make a top 7 to 10 list with your recruiter. And you're going to, every job that you list, you got to make sure that you're willing to do that job, because a lot of people tend to, put stuff down just to have things there. Make sure even number 10 or number 7, you want to do that job, because that is the way the recruiters do it is that they do it like a draft. So let's say you do air traffic control for your first pick. There's another recruiter and a bunch of other recruiters trying to get their trainees to get that job. So just make sure you want to do every single job on your list, whether it's, even if you put pest control on number 10 or 7, however long your list is, make sure you want to do that job, because that is your career for the next 4 to 6 years, maybe more if you decide to re-enlist. And some of those jobs you can cross-train into, but if you get stuck with a maintainer job, they always need maintainers, and it's a little bit hard to cross-train out of. Luckily for me, I don't care what I'm going to do. I just want to be around aircraft. I just want to serve, so yeah. So in depth, your recruiter's going to go over what they require you to do. So I'm going to put a link to the Air Force Delayed Entry Program app in the description. That app basically tells you everything you need to know. Your memory work, your reporting statement, how to stay fit, how to eat right, all that stuff. So everything that you're going through in depth is in that app. And so I'm going to tell you guys my DEP experience. So every third Wednesday of every month, we have a commander's call, which basically that is the time where you update your recruiter of anything that's new that came up medically, criminal record-wise, judicially, tickets, anything like that. Anything that's new that changed from your first MEPS trip, you got to let your recruiter know about that. because when you go to MEPS the second time, they're going to ask you and say, hey, did anything change medically? You know, did you grow a wart? Did you break a bone? Did you get diagnosed with something mentally? You got to let them know that. So that way it keeps you qualified. Because that second trip to MEPS is your trip of going to BMT. So Commander's Call is basically, my recruiter updates us about changes that are happening at BMT, maybe some possible events that might come up with your DEP group. I know some groups, they'll go bowling and then they'll do PT together. We haven't done that yet, but I'm kind of hoping, mainly because of COVID, but I'm kind of hoping that we do some of that stuff soon, because I'd love to get to know people that I could possibly be working with in the future. So yeah, I'm going to give you guys some quick tips on while you're in DEP and waiting for your ship date. So if you were like me, I had to lose 50 pounds just to talk to my recruiter. If you're a little bit swaying with your weight, I recommend keep working out, keep preparing yourself for BMT physically. On the DEP app, or I believe it's the Air Force Aim High app, I'll put both links in the description on the apps that you can get. There's a calculator where you can calculate your scores with your push-ups per minute, sit-ups per minute, your run time, your age, and then your waist size. And then it'll give you a composite score of how you would do in PT while you're at BMT or in the Air Force. And so right now I can get 43 sit-ups a minute, 50 to 60 push-ups in a minute, and then run a 12-minute mile and a half. That's pretty good. That's like an 85, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty good. I'm still working on it because I want to do really well. And I want to, be one of the best at BMT. I'm kind of like a try-hard. I'm there to better myself, Start eating right. Start also researching jobs. If you're making a job list, research every single job that you're going to put on your list. Talk to people. I recommend going on a subreddit. Those guys are super helpful. They help me a lot. They help a lot of other people out with like any problems with their enlistment process or any job concerns. For me, it's a little bit harder because not a lot of people know about my job. And it's apparently a small community for the Air Force as far as helicopter and tilt rotor maintenance goes. So I'm kind of waiting to get my orders when I'm at BMT of where I'm going to tech school because I don't even know. I don't even know what shred out I'm getting. That kind of scares me, but so yeah. And then every Friday we give our reporting statement, which we say call our recruiter's office and it goes straight to our voicemail. We say our reporting statement, say the Airman's Creed, and then sing the Air Force song. All that is in the DEP app. Same with rank structure, same with chain of command. There's flashcards. I recommend utilizing that stuff because it'll help you out a lot when you're at BMT. You're going to learn a lot about that stuff. So it's good to just have some sort of knowledge before you go. That reminds me, I got to do my reporting statement call when I get done with this video. Let's see what else. But yeah, also, if your local recruiter is doing a food drive, group, kind of like team building events, or like, volunteer work, make sure you go volunteer for that stuff because you want to be invested into if you're like me and you're really into this, you want to do this, you want to go all in, move your schedule around so it works with your recruiter. So that way they know that you're interested and that you still want to be in the Air Force. Because I know a couple people that don't show up to, like online, they don't show up to whatever their recruiter needs them to do, whatever food drives, they just kind of wait for their ship out date. I don't recommend that. Just show that you're still interested. I have to drive an hour away just to get to my local recruiter. I don't care because I know it's going to be worth it in the long run. So just stay involved, stay in contact with your recruiter. Also, I got a ship out date, and so this is my first experience. If you get a ship out date and your recruiter kind of backs off a little bit and just kind of like calls you or texts you when they need you, that is normal. They are worried about other recruits. They are worried about possible airmen that are trying to come in. So you have your ship out date. All you got to do is just go attend commander's calls. Do whatever your recruiter tells you to do while you're in DEP. So if that's leaving a voicemail on every Friday, do it. Because it shows that you still want to be qualified. You still want to be in the Air Force. So that's literally everything. So if you guys have any suggestions on a video I should make, whether if it's like my job of what I'm doing, or something specific like what I'm gonna pack for BMT or anything like that, what I do to stay in shape and work out wise, definitely drop a comment. If you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe, that'd be great. So I'm a small channel, obviously, but I hope to grow. Let's see if we can get this to, let's say 5 likes, because that'd be pretty cool. Well, let's get this video to 5 likes. And yeah, so that is everything, guys. I recommend just keeping in track with your PT. Stay in touch with your recruiter of what they need you to do while you're in DEP. Research your jobs. I am not kidding you. Research every single job on your list that you're going to put on your list, because you don't want to be stuck in pest control if that was your number 10. I promise you, it's going to help you out if you just research your jobs before you list them, because you're going to have a bad 4 to 6 years if you get stuck with a job you really didn't want to do. So, that's everything, guys. Yeah, just leave a like, subscribe. Yeah, and this is AG out, and as the Air Force likes to say, aim high.